Hi guys, welcome back to PS Let's Talk About That. We are your hosts, Priya and Shanelle.
And today we have two very special guests. You want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Shawn.
I'm David. I'm married to the P in PS.
And I'm married to the S in the PS.
We did good, man.
We did.
That was awesome. Thanks, guys.
We married up.
Oh my
We
goodness.
So we are really excited to have Shawn and David on the podcast today. We have been trying to do this for a couple weeks now.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
I think we brainstormed this idea a while ago.
Yeah.
And we had different ideas, different ways that we were going to do it. And so now we're finally here.
I know. I'm so excited. I'm happy that they're here.
Yeah, me too.
So thank you guys for being on the podcast.
Thanks for having us.
And so today we're just going to go over some gift guides with a guy's perspective and a girl's perspective.
Yeah. In one of our episodes, I think like a couple of weeks ago, I talked about how whenever Christmas would come up, David, if you want to talk about it, would always get really anxious about whatever gift he was going to give me. And so I finally just decided, forget it. I'm giving him a guide so that
Genius.
he like knows what to do, doesn't have the anxiety.
Christmas has never been so stressful as it has been since I've been married to you. Because you really knock it out of the park with gifts. You're very intuitive when it comes to gift giving. And I'm a caveman. So
I do want to make it clear, it's not because I'm a brat.
no.
Yeah.
It's not because you're a brat.
So just in case anyone listening is like, oh, it must be because she's super picky.
No. You're not picky. It's just that like I'll be in Target and I'll see like a really nice stapler and I'll be like, maybe. And that's just like everything about that is just wrong. So having the gift guide this is the first year I have the gift guide. So it's made it a much more pleasant experience. I actually already ordered all your gifts. They all arrived. They're all wrapped in under the tree.
Yeah, he did good.
But I didn't add the bows to the packages because then I was like, see, babe, everything's ready to go. And she looked at them and she was like, you're going to put bows on those packages, right? And I was like...
Behind the scenes, they are awesomely wrapped, actually.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So maybe next year I'll finally get it right.
No, they're great. I was really happy. I was really excited.
Yeah,
a bow would be like the perfect addition.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying.
The bow on top. Yeah. So, I mean, highly recommend. I think husbands would greatly benefit from having a gift guide.
I agree. I think it was genius that you did that.
Yeah.
Because I think gifts are like stressful, like especially when it's like you just want to be thought of.
Yeah.
And I think men have good intentions where they're like, oh yeah, she's going to love this stapler or this whatever. And then it just like causes tension. Because you're like, why? Why would you think of me when you thought that you saw that? Or like, yeah. So I just think it's a genius idea.
Yeah. I wonder if you're kind of like how I am, where I do really like giving gifts.
Yeah.
So I understand David's perspective because I do take time. I try and think about it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this I think hits their personality. This hits like what they would like.
Yeah.
Going for it. Like I enjoy it.
Yeah.
And so I'm not going to lie. Like when I'm getting a gift, like I want it to like,
the same level. Like what you put in is like what you
I want it to be great. Yeah.
No, for sure. I think gift giving is like how I express my love. It's like the love language that I like to show people.
Yeah.
So yeah, like it's a lot of fun, but like I think we do care a lot about.
Yeah.
So then when you get something that looks like
I'm like, you idiot.
like not thought of at all, it just feels.
Yeah. You like want to hide in a hole and cry, but you're like, thanks.
You're like Jess on her birthday.
Yeah, I was literally just thinking
for
that.
New Girl fans.
Yeah.
Look, every day you show me in your own way how you care about me, like when you pick up rubber bands on the sidewalk.
For your ponytail.
I could not be more fine. I'm super chill. I'm just gonna go home for a second.
Jess, let's keep Jess.
Don't follow me.
No, I agree. I think we're similar in that sense.
Yeah.
And so I think that's why your idea was such a good idea.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So do you want to share some of our gifts and like maybe what you put on your gift guide?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
So you were talking about my personal gift guide?
Yeah.
Okay. So I've given David like just a gigantic list. Nice. And I wrote things your wife likes as the subject just to kind of give him like in some aspects it's very specific and others it's like general ideas like, hey, plan a date that like fits these boxes or like if it's skincare or makeup or something like that, like sometimes I'll just list like the exact thing I want. And other instances I'll be like, this brand, pretty much anything. You can get it and I'll like it. I've listed things like get a massage, like all, you know what I mean? All those things. So I feel like, that's like, that's probably the gist of like my guide that I gave him.
Thorough. I like that. Like,
Yeah.
you put like exact things and then also just like experiences or like you can't go wrong with this.
Yeah.
Because then it's timeless.
Yeah.
I like that.
This list should last me a couple years.
Yeah.
Honestly, I kind of made it with like this idea of like, look, I'm just going to keep adding to it whenever. And so it's a shared note. If
That's
that
smart.
if that helps anyone else out
Oh.
there,
Yeah.
it is a shared note
haven't checked
between the
it
two of us. No, I haven't.
Okay.
But
Don't check it.
I won't.
Because I've checked things off
that's fine.
that have already been purchased.
That's fine. But like, you know what I mean? Like, and
Yeah.
it's easy because, okay, if it's a shared note, then
Yeah.
like I can literally just keep adding to it.
Yeah.
And then, like I'm hoping that it just lasts for years and I never have to like hear anything about him being stressed about getting me a gift.
Yeah. No, I think that's so smart.
Yeah.
I love that. Because we do love giving gifts.
Yeah.
We've put together a couple of like gift guides.
Yeah.
And so I'll let you take over the first one because our first category is skincare.
Okay.
And Priya is the queen of like all beauty, all skincare. Noelle actually, she calls, this is not skincare, but she calls you the Amazon queen.
That's so cute.
Because she heard it one of the last podcasts, or one of the podcasts we did when we were talking about Amazon, like our favorite things. And she listened to that podcast. And
That's
so she always
so
goes,
cute.
Priya, the Amazon queen.
How funny.
But yeah, so do you want to start us off?
Yeah. So I know that on skincare, you had mentioned in one of our last podcasts, the Heavenly 16.
Yeah.
Right? Is there anything that you wanted to kind of share about it? Like why you like it so much or what it does for your skin?
I think it's just like a fun product to give someone because it just feels like very luxurious and it's like might not be something that somebody would like necessarily splurge on.
Okay.
But something like it's nice to be able to be like, oh, I splurged a little bit on you, and it
Yeah.
just feels nice. Like
Yeah.
it feels so good, even if you're not like a skincare person. But just to like wash your face and put like some moisturizer and oil on before you go to bed, like it could be so simple.
Yeah.
Or for someone that does like a full 16-step routine, it's still like a really nice way to like finish your skincare.
Yeah,
And
100%.
so it just feels nice, and it's like I don't know, I love that product. Like anytime I'm out, I buy it again. Like it's one of my favorite products.
That's awesome. I love that. So for me, I think I love having a good serum. I actually really want to try that serum now that you've talked about it a few times. I'm really curious about it. But I would say anybody who's listening, if you're ever concerned with like your skin and needing to take care of it, I by no means have like the greatest skin in the world, but like I try to do my best to take care of my skin. And the one thing that I will say is like sunscreen. It's your biggest friend. It's your best friend. Like anytime I've gone to the dermatologist, anytime I've gone to just a doctor in general, like anytime they talk about skin, it's always sunscreen because the sun has the biggest impact on just creating fine lines, creating wrinkles, literally
Dark
sun
spots.
damage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
dark spots, liver spots, and horrendous cases skin cancer, you know?
Yeah.
And so I think that if there's anyone who's even interested in diving into the realm of skincare, I would say go with the sunscreen. And my favorite is Beauty of Joseon. David uses it too. From a guy's perspective, it's good, right?
I feel like royalty whenever I use it. It's very luxurious.
It sinks into the skin really well. As a brown girl, I will say I like it. I feel like a lot of people of color can relate to that like white cast with the sunscreen where it like I've had sunscreens that like turn me purple and I hate that. Like I hate when a sunscreen has massive white cast. And Korean skincare is great. It has amazing ingredients in it. Usually it's got amazing filters in it. And so that sunscreen is one that has like great filters in it, has great benefits for the skin. It feels really good on the skin. And I knew that I found a winner when he liked it.
Yeah. No, that's so cute.
I knew I found a winner when David was like, can you get this sunscreen again? I was like, yeah, I can. And it's not crazy pricey.
Yeah.
If anything, I will say literally like my skincare go-tos are always going to be like Beauty of Joseon, that's a really good brand, or Innisfree has a great moisturizer, or a brand called Centella. They're all Korean skincare brands, but they're so good and they don't break the bank, which is I think the most important thing because I feel like I've used like the really expensive skincare, and then I've used this, and its efficacy is greater and doesn't cost as much.
So because you said you said Korean skincare, where would you buy it?
That's a good question, actually. There's a website called Stylevana. If you sign up for it, they always have coupons. Like always, always, always have some kind of deal, some kind of coupon. There's another one called, I think, Olive Young is the website. You can buy it there too, but it's pretty easy to access. Like, I know there's places like Sephora and all of that like do carry some skincare brands that are Korean, but I feel like they're a little pricier when you do that. Yeah.
Good tip.
Yeah.
I think something else, and you have to kind of, because I don't use a ton of tools, like what are they called?
Oh, like gua sha?
Yeah. I think those are fun.
Yeah.
Like, I think that'd be fun to give like on your skincare beauty queens. You know what I mean? Because like you might not always buy a tool, and I don't know if they always work, but I just feel like I don't know, if they're fun, and if someone wants to try it out, that would be like a fun gift.
They're really good. There's actually this one that I found recently. It's like an LED face tool.
Ooh.
And I don't know if you've ever heard like red light is supposed to be really good. It has red, it has blue, and it has green.
And so you just like rub it on your face, or it's like the mask?
I've seen the mask, but this one is just like you rub it on your face. And it was only like $24. Oh, wow. So it like really doesn't break the bank. Yeah. I can list it for people. Yeah. That one's a really good one. Fun.
The colors are pretty. It looks like she's having a rave every night when she uses it. I'm trying to fall asleep in my dark room, and all of a sudden I hear this buzzing, and I look, and it's like blue, red, green lights all over.
It's got like a massage function on it.
That's so
like
cool.
It's really nice, actually. Considering the price, it's bomb. Like, I would suggest that for any girl too, because it is fun in your skincare. It feels luxurious. It feels like I'll do my whole entire skincare routine, and then I'll let it all soak in, and then I'll put like an oil on my face, and then I'll just use that.
Massage it in.
And it just,
That's so sweet.
Feels really good.
I feel like that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to try that. And I think just like the last thing would be like eye masks.
Yeah.
I feel like those are just always, like, who doesn't love an eye mask?
Yeah.
Those are fun.
I think that you had listed Chanel eye masks.
Yeah.
I loved that. You gave it to me as a gift once.
Yeah.
And you were so cute because you're like, I want you to know you don't need these.
I know, when I gifted it to you, I was like, I hope this is not offensive, but I was just like, this would be fun.
You chose the right girl to give it to. I was excited about it. But they were so nice. And there's also this brand called Dew, and another brand like in drugstores called Pacifica, but they have reusable eye masks. So essentially you'll put your own serum down, and then you just use the patch, and you can like wash them and clean them and keep them.
I like that. I've heard of that. I forgot the eye masks that I use, but I have heard of like the reusable ones. I just feel like I need to find like a good eye cream to use with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do you have any good eye creams?
It depends on what you're looking for with your eye cream.
Like,
are you looking
dark
for
circles?
Yeah, there's a lot. There's Beauty of Joseon has one that's got like a vitamin C in it, so it's good for brightening.
Yeah.
But I would honestly just get Korean skincare. Yeah. Like, literally almost any product that you get is going to be a good product. It like feeds your skin really well. And it's just not crazy expensive. But they do have like a really good eye cream that you can use. And then you just plop that on it, and it's nice. Okay. They also have like warm like eye masks. Like they have like warm, like it's like a steam mask or something. Like, it's really cool. They just come out with, I don't know. It's like incredible, the innovation that comes out of skincare there.
And then did you guys want to like jump in? I know you guys worked really hard on this list. And so we're dying to hear what men want.
I'm so excited about it.
We did. So speaking of skincare, first on our list is probably what is considered the opposite of skincare, which is any sort of weapon.
Basically.
Shawn, I'll let you speak more to it. Me personally, I'm less of a firearms guy. I'm more of like a hand-to-hand / melee weapon kind of guy. Yeah. So, for example, when Priya and I got married, you were one of my groomsmen. My gift to my groomsmen were these daggers with dragon handles on them. So, you know, if you ever give me a knife or a nice like war hammer or club, I don't think you could ever go wrong.
I think that's a great idea. Maybe we'll have to get as a gift one of these years. I like that a lot. A Thor's hammer or something, possibly.
A Mjolnir. Yeah,
What's a Mjolnir?
it's the name of his hammer.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. Or maybe Andúril, Flame of the West, Aragorn's sword from Lord of the Rings.
I have a question then.
Yeah.
So you guys don't like run around meleeing people.
No.
Like I know that about you.
Right.
The way that you said it suggested that like you have an interest in doing that, and I know
No.
that's not the case.
No.
But is this like do you want
Are you
like
asking
a
how practical this is?
No. No. I'm more curious about like is this like themed weaponry that you're interested in, or
Oh,
is it
yeah, that's
just
a good
you know what I
question.
mean? Because
Yeah.
I'm very concerned by this claim, like by this being the first thing on your list. I'm worried, and so I feel like I'd feel better if it's like, oh, okay, like it's themed versus just like
No,
a knife would
no.
be so cool.
No, it's not really themed. It's just more, and it's less that we want to use these weapons. And
You want to like showcase them.
yeah, I don't want to speak for you or for Almond in general, but for me, I just like to know that I have it in case like
A
Thanos
burglar
shows up
comes-
at my doorstep one
Thanos.
day, or like that one day comes. Like I just like to know that it's there, But and on a more serious note, I think having something like that just kind of excites the inner warrior that I think every young man has growing up. And so like, am I ever going to use it? No, but I feel pretty cool having it.
I think there is practicality in it, because would I ever say no to an actual firearm? No, I would not. But of course, what's more practical there is a knife or something like that, because there is daily use for it. Obviously, whether it is one that's like a flip open or just like a standard one that just stays open at all times. Whether I need to open up a box, of course, my boss may not be too happy with me having a knife at work. But just like opening up a box.
He does not have a knife.
Sean's a nurse, in
Yeah.
case you're wondering why his boss would be concerned.
But wait, what did you tell me, Shawn, to go along with what David just said? A couple nights ago, Shawn, what did you say that you were going to purchase?
Did I say I was going to purchase a gun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
What about it though? Yes, I was asked. I had fair warning, not necessarily explicit, but I had been watching some videos just about like concealed carry and stuff like that. And so of course, with me as a man and knowing that it's my job to keep my family safe, I was asking Shanelle just to even start the topic of like what she thinks about like having a gun in our home. And so yeah, would I like to own a gun? I would, because the purpose of it to obviously protect my family. And that's that.
So for Christmas, they'll just be like a gun wrapped underneath the Christmas tree.
It's a gun-shaped gift wrapped in paper.
That's what I'm
She's gonna buy me
expecting.
a chocolate gun watch or something.
Yeah.
Like a little Nerf gun.
Yeah, actually, there you go. You could buy me an airsoft gun or something like that.
I have one in the car that I was going to give to Goodwill. It's an airsoft gun and a couple of Nerf guns. You can have them if you want. I think for me, I'm, aside from like a practical daily use like that, I think I am just more interested in like showcasing. That's kind of my thing, like my personality.
Yeah.
Like, I like, you walk into my office or my room and I just have something neat on the wall. Like, oh look, it's it's the Claymore sword from Braveheart or something. I don't have that, but just there's just something about weaponry, not that I want to use, but that I don't know. There's just something so satisfying about it. I think too the craftsmanship of it.
Yeah.
Like I think girls can look at jewelry and diamonds and be like, oh. Well, I feel like
This
men
is your version.
Yeah.
men can look at swords and stuff and be like, ooh.
That's an interesting like parallel. I don't know if the right word is like parallelism, but I'd never actually thought of it kind of like that. Like I actually have I don't know if I tossed it, but I have a wooden
You still have it.
katana. Do I have the long? I don't think it's a kendo stick, but it's like a 6 to 8 foot.
The
long.
black one?
No, the like pine color one. We probably tossed it because I haven't used it, but it's the weapon that I think Michelangelo, the purple, or Donatello from
Teenage
TMNT.
Mutant Ninja Turtles.
He has his like wooden. It basically looks just like a wooden stick or something, but you can like do the cool like.
Oh, it's just like a
Yeah,
Kind of like Goku's power pole from Dragon Ball. It's just like a weaponized stick, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was actually going to come back to this, but yeah, Priya actually one year for my birthday gifted me a black wooden katana and some ninja stars. Like you actually throw them and it's like it was made out of popsicle sticks, and when you throw them, they actually like explode. It was pretty cool.
How cute.
Yeah.
You guys were dating then, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I remember you making them.
Yeah.
And see, that was a significant gift to me. I felt very loved. I felt admired. I felt like, wow, like she thinks I'm her warrior. Like that's there's just something about it that I think is deep seated.
Yeah. That's funny. I don't know why, but it reminded me. So Shawn and Shanelle are very sweet. They set up like a date night for us in our home earlier this week where we got to watch Harry Potter for the first time. David and I had never seen it.
Don't at me.
Yeah, please don't. We're not interested. But it was a good movie. I'm not. Yeah. We are interested in watching the rest, but we're not interested in fighting over this. But it was so cute. Like they set up an entire thing for us, and I was like crying about it. But at one point, like my biggest qualm with the movie, it was so funny because I was like, why is this just okay for him? Like I don't
for Voldemort.
No, for Harry. Like it makes no sense to me how you can go living under the stairs for like all your life, and then just some random man walks in and is like, "You've been a wizard this whole time," and he's like, Harry. Doesn't have a single qualm, doesn't question it even a little bit. He's like, okay, yeah, makes total sense. I've been suffering this entire time, but I'm powers,
Can I speak to that when you're done?
Yeah, but then it was funny because I can't remember the comment that we made, but I'm sure you would remember it. But at some point, David just goes, Priya, it doesn't matter. Like all of us men are just like waiting for someone to come and say, get in the car. And I was like, I've never been so no. David was like, he just wants like an FBI mission to like fall into his lap. He wants like a CIA mission, and I feel like that's why he wants a weapon on him. It's just like, and I've never been so concerned for my husband in all my life because I was just like, oh my gosh, like my husband's gonna get kidnapped one of these days because someone's just gonna be like get in the car. There's no time for questions, and my husband's gonna be like, all right, let's go.
I accept the mission.
Okay, so that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Am I wrong though?
I think I'm coming much more to that nowadays.
Yeah, I know. I'm convinced. It's not just me.
Yeah.
Every guy is waiting for the day when a guy in a trench coat and an eye patch knocks on the front door and says, "There's no time to explain. Get in the helicopter."
Get in the helicopter.
And Priya said, "You would actually go?" And I said, "Yes. That would be my moment in life."
I get that.
So as you're saying that now, I forgot we had that conversation when we were watching Harry Potter. But yes, because if I was living under the stairs for my whole life,
you're like, I would be so ready to go.
And some magical man burst through the door and said, "Let's go. You're a wizard." I'd be like, "Bet, let's ride."
You baked him a cake.
Yeah.
So it kind of was like,
But in my head too, like the more David was talking about it, I was like, this is like the difference between boys and girls. Like I just feel like if it was like Henrietta Potter, she'd be like, she'd just be like,
she'd ask questions.
Yeah, she'd be like, what do you mean?
Have you
like,
known?
Yeah, like who are you? Why didn't you come any sooner?
Yeah.
Why have I not known anything about this?
Do I need to pack anything?
Yeah. And he literally, like, even to get to the platform 9 3/4, he's like, okay, walk through a brick wall.
Yeah.
Sure, just gonna go for it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like you have to suspend like so much reality to like get into his shoes, and it's like in my head I'm like, I get it, you have to do this just to get to this movie and like find the like enjoyment out of it and like the fantasy of it. So I'm not questioning any of that. It's just it's like it was just as we were watching I was like, what? Like how does he not even have like a single moment, like not even one moment of being like, what? Like, how is this my life?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Sorry, this is like completely out of the gifting, but I had to talk about it. I was just thinking about it for so long. I was just sitting there like,
yeah, I forgot to ask you. Because you said I have so many thoughts, and I was like, wait, I need to know these thoughts.
Yeah.
I just love
these were
that
my
you
thoughts.
are arguing the realism of a work of fantasy.
That's the thing. Like, I understand that it's like unrealistic, but at the same time, I think that really great fantasy can sometimes do this amazing job of immersing you so much into the world that you're like, this like could happen. You know what I mean? Like, and so I think part of it is also just because I'm approaching this in my 30s.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if I had approached it as a child while he's a child, I'm sure that I would have been like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Because you don't think of all those like rules and all the, you know what I mean? You don't think of any of that structure. But now that I do, I'm like, what?
Yeah. No, I get that.
Yeah.
That makes sense. All right. Jewelry.
Yes. I think jewelry is always a great option.
Yeah.
But my only caveat, is that how you say it? Caveat or caveat? Caveat. Okay. My only condition, I'm just going to use a different word altogether now, is I think that you should always approach her close friend.
Yeah, for her taste.
Yeah, to really get an idea of her taste. Like David, for the longest time in the beginning of our relationship, always got me like silver jewelry, and it would be cute. But like I'm a gold person.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Yeah. Like or like just jewelry.
We're gonna hear even more about this later on, in this, just so you guys know.
I mean, I couldn't afford gold yet. I was working my way up.
You can give me gold plated jewelry anytime at that time. But I'm saying like I think that you were viewing it in the scope of like that was your taste at the time, right? And you're like, oh, this is really pretty, and this reminds me of her. Like I'm not saying anything against David in this instance, but just kidding. But like it would always just occur to me like, okay, this is more of his style. So I would, it was one of those things, you know, where you're like, thanks so much. Yeah. This is great. Yeah. And in your head, you're like, why? Like, but like I feel like it's a really great thing to like go to their friend and be like, hey, do you think this is good? Or even just like straight up asking for the suggestion. Why not? Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I feel like
send me some things you would like.
Yeah. Because I just feel like girls like you and I have done that. We're like, I'll show you something. I'm like, isn't this so pretty? Yeah. Or like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like in passing conversation. Yeah. So I feel like it's really easy to be like, oh, okay, this is what she likes. This is what she doesn't like. Whatever. Yeah. You know?
No, I agree.
Yeah. I think we did it the right way when it came to your wedding set.
Yes.
Yeah, your wedding set is beautiful.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Did you pick it out?
I did.
Yeah, it's smart.
Yeah.
She picked it out and then said, but it's up to you.
Well, because I went with a friend to downtown Los Angeles to their jewelry district. And it was more, honestly, at the time to kind of gauge what my style was. Because in my head, like, I thought I knew, and I was right. I was spot on what I wanted. But I still was just kind of like, I would rather see it in person and see it on my finger to really be able to know, like, okay, yes, this is what I want. Love it. No regrets, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So I tried, like, a bunch of different things on. And then I have my engagement ring is a pear diamond and then just a regular band. Yeah. And it's rose gold. Those were the things that I wanted. And then when I found the set, I was like, this is stunning. This is gorgeous. But like, you know them, they're like, they want you to buy that day. Yeah. Like once you see it, once you find it, like, I think like just the wedding market is such a competitive market in general. And jewelry is like, you know what I mean? It's here today, it's gone tomorrow kind of a thing in their heads. Yeah. So they agreed to hold it for like, I think a day or two. But I think David went and got it the next day. Right? If anything. I think so. Yeah. I feel like they agreed to hold it for a day, and so he just went and got it.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah. But yeah, I was like, I think this is the one. Like, I really, really like it. And then
that's smart.
Yeah.
It's like the episode of Friends when Ross is going to pick out his wedding ring. I think for Rachel, and Phoebe goes with him, and he like doesn't have his wallet or whatever. She tells Phoebe to guard the ring. Yeah. And then like someone buys the ring. Like they couldn't even hold it for like a couple hours.
Yeah.
But
I remember. Yeah. I am.
Okay. Next on the list for guys. Again, for new girl fans, you will understand this. But I would love a sweater like the one that Russell gives to Nick when Nick is just like sitting in his office pretending to be Russell. It's just like a really nice red cardigan style looking thing, but it's like a full on sweater. It's just really nice and classy. Really, anything out of Russell's office would be great. He had like a really nice like mahogany like wooden desk. What did Nick say? It smells like Shakespeare. You know, he had like one of those nice wool like newsy hats.
Yeah.
And I mean, Priya knows this about me, but just anything that makes me feel like you know, like an old Scottish guy in his study or something, I'm about it, you know. I don't know how you feel about stuff like that. But.
I like it.
David's whole vibe is like sitting by a fireplace with like a rug of the animal that he just killed 2 days ago. Like reading a book with his pipe
and scotch
my bubble pipe.
Yeah. His scotch next to him.
With my weapons on the wall.
Yeah. And like the head of the animal that he just like killed the other day. Like, I don't know. I just feel like that's very much David's.
I don't want your audience to have the impression that I just go out like slaughtering animals. Sprees. I don't.
I know David has never hunted.
Yeah, never.
But I just feel like that's like his inner, like just his soul.
That is so funny.
That's the vibe of his whole entire personality.
Can we go hunting, David?
Yeah.
What's up?
Can we go hunting?
Sure.
Yay. That's, I guess, I'm going to add that to the list then. A hunting trip. Yep.
A hunting trip.
Oh, there you go.
Not improv.
Yeah.
Shawn, what was Shawn's contribution to the list?
It was a backpacking trip.
No, the one before that you were backpacking.
Okay, now you're ruining everything I suggested. Please tell them, David.
Okay, so...
I'm not ruining it.
Well, to be fair, Shawn did say that a gift that he would love is some kind of adventure. So if he was gifted or surprised with some kind of backpacking trip, or I guess a hunting trip.
Dangerous adventure.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
You know, and I can get on board with that. You know, it's something that gets the adrenaline flowing a little, something that makes you feel alive. Mm-hmm. It's the famous camp story, but the three of us went to a camp in our youth group where we hiked rivers and jumped off of large rocks into the river, and some of us liked it more than others, but you know, so stuff like that I think really makes us feel alive and have a good time. So I can get on board with that. But I think what Shanelle wanted me to talk about was that Shawn would like to be gifted a house.
Yes.
That's ambitious for a Christmas gift.
I also tacked onto that.
For somebody. Just kidding.
I also tacked onto that a house / financial security / generational wealth. So if you'd like to give that to Shawn, if you'd like to gift him generational
his Venmo
wealth,
is at Shawn.
So cringe.
he will be so happy.
So cringe. I just thought it was so funny because you were like a hunting trip. I feel like Shawn wants like very like luxurious. Like I can't get Shawn a sweater. Yeah, like Shawn would never be like, thank you.
Shawn listened to that Russell comment and was like, oh.
Like I could never like nothing. Like if it's not like a house, Shawn's like, I didn't like the gift.
Funny.
Like being married to somebody that like doesn't like enjoy gifts.
Yeah.
And it's like, you didn't buy me a house with this money? Like, it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
He did say he likes to be gifted stocks.
Yeah, so I kind of did that a couple years ago. But, like, there's just no joy in that. Like, I don't know, okay, there's nothing to open. You're have $100 in the stock market.
You're so sweet. Your vision is, like, Christmas morning, you have, like, cookies and, like, a gift, and you're all in your pajamas, and he's just thrilled with whatever you got him. Yeah. But instead he's like, no, this didn't fit the vibe at all. Like, I was hoping for deadly adventure.
Or a house.
A deadly adventure in a house.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you've seen our bank account. If I could buy you a house, like, wouldn't we be living in a house? Like, that's the part that gets me.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm a millionaire. Like, oh, like, should I buy him a house? Should I not? It's like, how can I afford a house?
It's so funny. Exactly. And he just, like, puts it on you, too.
Yeah. And then he's upset when he has to open something that's not, like, he's keys.
Like, oh, this isn't keys?
Yeah, this is keys to your new home.
You should just do for him what Modesto did for me.
What?
My good friend Modesto, when Priya and I were getting married, he's like, hey, like, is there anything I can help? Is there anything I can get you to help you guys? And I said, yeah, a house would be great. And then for our wedding, he gifted me this little, like, model like colonial house.
Oh,
He's like, here's
It's
your
really
house.
cute.
It was
Yeah.
it was such a loving gesture. I still have it on my
It's like
on my
cheeky
bookshelf.
but sweet.
Yeah.
It was
so
it was
cute.
very
Don't do
cute.
that, Chanel.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's a nice thought.
That's cute. That's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I really liked that.
Every time I look at it, I remember him.
Yeah, me too.
Oh.
I think you guys are next.
Okay. Candles.
That's like just such an obvious.
Yeah.
I just think candles are a great gift.
Yeah. Like, who doesn't love a candle?
Yeah, find out what kind of scents she likes.
Yeah.
Take her on like I know this like might sound like torture to some people, but I feel like David will take me like on home goods trips.
Yeah, that's
Or
cute.
like I think that's like a really cute way to gauge like what
Let her pick out her own gifts.
yeah, basically like or like I don't know if you guys have ever seen like those trends of like picking like
I
grabbing
love
whatever
this.
she like you know what I mean,
Yeah.
like whatever she's looking at for a long time or whatever she
Yeah.
touches, you just put it in your cart because
Yeah.
it's like women aren't that complicated.
Yeah.
If you like follow her into a store, she'll show you exactly what she wants.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? You don't necessarily have to like make it so complicated.
Yeah.
Can
I
we
think
put a
this,
GoPro on you, Chanel? Then I'll
just
know.
whatever her
This-
hand reaches.
I'm just gonna go to houses. Just touch different houses.
That's what I was
Touches
gonna say.
everyone
Like, if you do this for Shawn, he's gonna walk out of Target and walk across the street to a house and be like, "Babe,
This house. No, yeah. Yeah. Candles.
Yeah. We can tag on a couple more because
Yeah,
I feel like ours
yeah.
are like not
Pretty,
as
yeah. Like Stanley's or Simply Modern cups.
Yeah. Those. So I know that like people make fun of like millennial women for like having this cup, but listen, it is so convenient.
It is.
Like this cup is so nice because on my end, it gets me to drink more water.
Yeah.
It's cold, which is so nice. Like it
Yeah.
stays whatever temperature you want it, but it fits in my cup holder.
Yes,
and
I love that feature.
I love that
Yeah.
feature. It's honestly really nice. Like I've always carried tumblers and stuff around with me.
Yeah.
But they never fit. Like when you had the big ones, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they never ever fit.
Especially when you're driving, you like put it in your lap.
I hate
Yeah.
that. Like I hate having it in the seat next to me and it's just falling all over the
Yeah.
place. Or I don't know, like you try and put it on the floor, but then that's kind of gross because you're
Yeah.
thinking like I drink out of that. Like I don't
Yeah.
want that on the floor. It would fall all the time for me. Like I would always try and think of different ways to try and like keep it in a secure
Yeah.
area. And honestly, those cup like the expansion thing
Yeah,
that
you
people
have one of
put.
these. Yeah, right? Like you put it in your cup holder and then it like expands.
I hate it.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
They don't really work. They're
Yeah.
very flimsy. Like one time I hit my brakes hard because someone in front of me like came to a sudden stop. Everything fell over.
Oh,
Like the
that's so
like the piece
frustrating.
fell over, the cup fell over. And so then after that I was like, "Oh no, like I need to get myself like a Stanley."
Yeah.
And they're expensive.
Yeah.
So honestly, go on Temu, go on Amazon, go wherever you have to go. They have like the nameless
Yeah.
version of that. It's usually like $20.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can find it for less. The Simple Modern one I liked because I could engrave it, which I
was
think
gonna
is a
say-
really sweet way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's such a good hack.
Yeah,
Like,
they
for
have
custom-
like they have really cute prints and
Yeah.
stuff available. They do like I think now that they're gaining more and more traction, they've got like summer colors when it's summertime,
Yeah.
winter prints, like all this other stuff. And yeah, you can just like print their name or print like I don't know, whatever you want. It doesn't even have to be a name, I guess. Like
Yeah.
if there's something like sweet in between the two of you,
Yeah.
you can do that.
Stanley."
They'll never know.
Nobody's gonna know.
They're gonna know. But yeah, I think that's like a sweet gift.
No, I love that idea.
You're just
And then-
thinking of Stanley.
Yeah. So tough.
I gotta say, for anyone named Stanley who buys a Stanley Cup, it's already personalized.
Yeah, that's true.
No engraving.
Also, for hockey fans, get them a Stanley Cup.
There you go.
A cute play on words.
Yeah.
To go off of like those types of cups, I recently saw on Amazon. It's like you put it on top of your cup, so it goes kind of like over your straw, and it has like 4 or 5 compartments to like put food. So like you could take food to go. You could put fruit in it, and you just like it stays on your cup, so you can hold it, and then you put it in the cup holder, and then you can like, or if you have like fries and ketchup, like if you're in a drive-through, you just like put your fries in there, your
That's
ketchup in the other.
genius.
It's so smart, and it's like less than $10.
I feel like that's a good mom hack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so smart.
Don't you hate when people say hack? for like things that like aren't really hacks. It's
Yeah.
just like oh, this is a good solution.
Yeah. Yeah.
But people like use the word hack. Like I had a coworker one time who got so mad at me when I was like, yeah, I'm just looking up like dinner hacks because I can't figure out like what I want for dinner. He's like, that's the dumbest. He's a hack. He's like, you need a hack for dinner. Like he like went off on me, and ever since then I'm like, yeah, he's right though. Like I can't
He's like a simple recipe. You mean?
yeah. He's like, you idiot. Why do you gotta call it a hack? So, you know, maybe try and stay away from the word hack from now on. I guess.
So funny. I've never thought about that.
Yeah. But no, that is actually a very clever solution and something that I think is really convenient. Yeah. Why are you guys laughing?
I'm laughing because that's a cool idea. But in my head, I'm like, how far can we take this? Like
just stackable, like
in my head, like one day the purse will become obsolete because the Stanley Cup will have so many attachments that you'll be able to fit your
they
keys.
Should make the Stanley Cup
your
magnetic.
Wallet.
Yeah.
You'll be able to
what, Chanel? To do what? Put it on your fridge?
No, so that way, like, if you know your headphone cases, aren't they magnetic? Like the AirPods? You don't have to carry them anymore. You just stick them onto your Stanley Cup. I stand
corrected. No, but they do have, like, little pouches that you can attach to your cups. I have one.
Oh, they have a pouch?
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, they have, like, a little, right? Yeah. I gave it to him for, like, the gym, too, so you can put your keys in there and, like, little things in there.
But, like,
it's like a fanny pack for your Stanley.
But my mind's...
cute.
Yeah.
My mind's going to, like, the ridiculous, though. Like, eventually, like, your baby strapped onto the Stanley. Like, okay, did you guys hop on that trend when we were all, like, middle school age where everyone was getting the big brown bags? Where everyone was suddenly... All the girls were getting, like, the big purses, like, the big bags. There was a period in time where it seemed like every middle school girl was wearing a Hollister polo with layers of tank top underneath.
With layers?
With like jeans. The brown, like it's like a business bag, right?
Yes, skinny jeans or jean shorts, slip-on Vans. They had that big bag, and they were always eating hot Cheetos and drinking Arizonas.
Oh my gosh!
You went to school with a girl like this. You're thinking of her right now. Those girls have grown up to be the Stanley Cup ladies because they always have the big cup in hand with the keys in hand.
You're so right.
The Stanley Cup is the new big bag.
I never had the big bag. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like the weekender bag, basically, but like for books.
Girls would just carry it around instead of a backpack?
It became a thing. It was a trend.
They did at my school. I went to a private school, though, so I didn't get the whole experience like you, where it's like a Hollister. Maybe because you went to a private school,
I went to a private school, too, but at the time, we didn't straight up have uniforms. We had, like, a dress code. So you could wear your own brand of clothes, your own stuff, but it had to be, like...
But, like, I'm literally envisioning exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
And, you're like, completely right. Oh, my gosh. That's genius.
You can't even see on the camera.
I can post a picture of it. That's so funny.
That's so funny. I don't remember that. I remember the tank tops, like the Hollister sweater with the layered tank tops.
So many tank tops. Like, how do you need that many tank tops?
Go ask some of your friends if they remember the big bag trend and all that.
That's so funny.
I had the big bag.
And they were always eating the hot Cheetos like at 8 a.m. Like it was their breakfast. Right? Like,
don't hate on a hot Cheeto girl.
No, I'm not hating.
I was a hot Cheeto girl.
No, I'm not hating. I'm just saying, I feel like this is, because I've read forums on the internet where people have described this very girl. We all went to school with a girl like this.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I think it's just one of those shared experiences. And now like, I compare it today to the Stanley Cups because that's the new thing. That's like the new thing that everyone's carrying.
That's so funny.
That's funny.
I mean, it's not bad. We're drinking water. Yeah. I don't want to be hated on. Listen,
I'm not going to lie to you. I tried to stay away from the Stanley for as long as I could.
I walk around with my Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
I feel judged.
I'm not going to lie. I honestly tried to leave it alone for as long as I could. And then I was like, look, I can't deny it. Genius.
I understand not wanting to jump on a bandwagon.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
But it's just practical. It's functional. It's practical.
It is.
Yeah.
I think, you know what it was when I didn't want to jump onto it? It was so expensive.
No,
just
it
for
is
a
expensive.
cup.
Yeah.
Like, same thing with, like, Hydro Flask at some point. Like, they became so pricey.
Yeah.
And so I would always just look for alternatives.
Yeah.
So, like, on my end, I like the Simple Modern. And I like that the Simple Modern was, like, a little more sleek.
Yeah.
It's not so, like, bulky at the top and stuff. It's just, like, a flat screw top or whatever.
And it seals the straw really nicely, so it doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't have that like pour out
if you
problem
tip over a little
or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that was my reasoning behind it. Was I was just like, it's so expensive.
Yeah.
But they honestly do come out with like really cute prints and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, they know how to like.
No, they do.
They do know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I'm always tempted.
Yeah.
You've seen that TikTok of the girl that her car caught fire,
Yes.
but the Stanley Cup survived, and there was still ice in the cup.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Stanley got her a new car.
Yes.
That was crazy.
I loved that video when I saw that. I was like, that's a good brand.
Yeah.
When a brand buys you,
You were
a
like,
car,
I support Stanley.
So next, I'm gonna do the next two because one of them's really quick. But I think a nice cologne, a nice good smelling fragrance is always appreciated. I think that's one of those things that maybe men, not all men, because some men do think about it, but I don't always think about the little things that might spruce me up a little and make me a little more pleasant to be around. So smelling good is probably one.
Do you have a scent?
I have one that I really liked. It was a YSL scent. I actually told Priya, this might be a good birthday gift idea. But there was also a Versace cologne. What was it called? It was the blue one.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I am in love with that scent. It's like a blue bottle. I think it's called Eros.
Maybe, yes.
Oh my god.
It's so good.
So good. And it's like I would wear it sometimes.
Oh.
Just like I
just
like,
loved it that
I
much.
loved it. I loved that scent. 10 out of 10 on that scent.
I have to
Yeah.
smell
It's
this.
so good. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean...
When a guy can walk by and he like looks good and smells good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a great gift suggestion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can piggyback off of it real quick though, because we said Scentbird.
Yeah.
We had talked about it in a previous
Yeah.
one, and I think fragrance is like a great idea.
Yeah.
But it's really hard to pinpoint what fragrance someone likes.
Yes.
And so I think Scentbird is a really good option. Like you can gift it to people. That's
Yeah.
what you were saying.
Yeah, I think it's
I
just
think
when
that's
you
so
do
great.
stuff like that, like
Yeah.
subscriptions or something. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, because then you get to pick and you get to figure out like
Yeah.
what you really like, and it's
Yeah.
just fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For most of my life, I feel like people have commented like, "Oh, you smell really nice," and they're like, "What is that?" I'm like, "Oh, it's fabric softener."
I remember. No, I
You
do
know
have
what,
a
though?
memory of that
Yeah.
in Overflow. Like
Yeah.
you always
You
did
always
smell
did
nice.
smell so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so I grew up. My mom always used Suavitel, which is basically
Yeah.
like Mexican Downy, for lack of a better word. But
Yeah.
it was just a really AJ, like a friend of ours, Doc, JB, they would hug me. They go like, "Oh, you always smell so fresh." I go, "Suavitel."
No, honestly,
Yeah.
it is true. Like it was something
Yeah.
that you were known for, which is so nice
Yeah.
if you think about it, because like, man, congratulations to you that you were a high school boy who like
Who
didn't
smelled
stink.
good, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think that's so like I knew so many people in high school where I'd be
Yeah.
like, please just like pick up deodorant. Like I don't know what to tell you. You can't like spray Axe body spray on top of this
Yes.
and like think you can get away with this crime.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
it's just like,
Yeah, it was the Axe body spray on top of the dry sweat from PE.
oh my gosh.
And those PE clothes were in that locker
disgusting.
for a whole week.
Oh, so nasty. But like
Getting
you did, you
flashbacks.
always smelled
Yeah.
like really good. I think that is like an accomplishment.
That's how
Yeah.
I got her.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, it's true. That's not actually how I was,
Yeah.
captured, but like
It was
that
the
was one of
alligator
the
suit.
benefits for sure. It was what?
It was the alligator suit.
That's a different episode.
That's what really got me. But no, it was always like it's true. Like at that time, I remember feeling like that was a benefit of like being in a relationship with you. I was like, he smells good. Like it was so nice. Like anytime he would hug me or something, I'd be like, it was very comforting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, 100%. Like something that smells good. Have you guys ever considered getting like fancier detergent?
Yeah. I just don't know like what.
I only recently thought about it.
I've seen that it's like there's this one really pretty like pink bottle and it's like
Mm-hmm.
kind of square and it has like a little handle that I always see that's
Mm-hmm.
like super expensive for the tiniest bottle. I've always been curious.
Yeah. Now I'm curious about it. There's a content creator that I really
Yeah.
like, and she just honestly she mentioned it in passing.
Yeah.
But it kind of made me think like, oh,
I know.
I haven't really thought about going beyond the basic
Yeah.
detergent. And I'm like, ugh, like I don't know. We put scent beads. That's pretty much as far as we go with like our
Yeah, it helps.
sprucing it up,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really like, I'm curious. Like I really want to
I
try like a
know.
nice detergent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you do, let me know.
I will. Get someone a nice detergent for Christmas.
Yeah, actually, that's
Don't
a
do
good
it.
gift
No,
idea.
don't do it. It's a terrible gift idea.
Why?
Just imagine being someone and someone gives you detergent as a gift.
You're saying like
Like,
we can
A.
get this for each other, right? I think that's more what
I'm
you're
like,
probably
and not
thinking,
like the
Chanel.
main gift, but
Yeah,
like.
I saw this and I thought
Chanel,
of you.
you're gonna tell me that Sean's gonna give you detergent
Oh,
as your
not
Christmas.
from my spouse.
Yeah,
I
there
was
you
thinking
go.
from like a girlfriend.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like they put a candle and some nice detergent in there.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
feel like that's so sweet.
Yeah.
I thought like just someone you're acquainted with, maybe friends with, just give them detergent. Be like, here you go.
You really need
Fired,
this.
shots
If
fired.
it's like luxurious, like laundry detergent.
Yeah. No.
with, like, you know, like
from a friend for sure.
Yeah, not from my husband.
Yeah, no, I would kill David if he like gave
No.
me detergent as
Yeah.
one of my gifts. I'd be like, we're
Yeah,
done
no.
here.
I'm glad you guys clarified.
I think
Chanel.
I'd be
You almost-
Yeah,
canceled.
Sean was like, Sean's taking
like-
notes.
like,
He's like,
"Oh."
got it, detergent.
I'd be canceled immediately if word got out that I gifted my wife detergent.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, that's so funny.
I'd be canceled and nobody even knows who I am.
Yeah, the internet would come collectively just be like, we gotta get rid of this man. We don't even know who he is.
Yeah. Half the internet would be like, get rid of him. The other half would be like, who?
Yeah.
That's hysterical. All right, we cut you guys off. What was your?
Oh no,
Yeah,
you're good.
sorry.
So, the other one I wrote was leather-bound books or journals.
Yeah, we have something similar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So here's the thing: even if I never read the book,
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
even
pretty
if I
book.
never, if I never write in the journal, just leather-bound books just feel and smell nice.
Yeah.
You guys actually gifted me a very nice leather-bound copy of Moby Dick, which I did read. And it's just nice to have like on the shelf.
Yeah.
It looks nice. It feels nice. I have a couple really nice premium leather Bibles, and like, don't judge me, but like Priya will look over and I'm like sniffing the Bible because the leather just smells so good, and there's just something so nice and luxurious about it, I think. And yeah, it kind of goes with my whole Russell vibe. I want to be sitting in my study in my big red chair with my robe and smoking my pipe, holding my leather book.
We did have a similar entry
Yeah.
where I think like having once you mention it, I'm like, oh yeah, coffee table books. That's like a thing.
Yeah.
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 I feel like having a nice book is just like it's a pleasant thing to have in your home. It just like it adds. I feel like people forget like that's decor as well as
Yeah.
just having something to read or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like there's something really nice about having literature in your home.
Yeah.
That's why Disneyland has so many fake books in all their in some of their like coffee shops and like restaurants and
Yeah.
themed attractions.
Yeah.
Go to a lot of coffee shops. They'll just have book decor. It's not real books, but
Yeah.
it just makes it feel homey.
Yeah, it
no,
does.
for
It gives
sure.
you like a really good, like tight knit, I guess, kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like to piggyback kind of off that,
Mm-hmm.
we have on ours like stationery.
Oh my gosh, I'm
Yeah.
a sucker for stationery.
Yeah, same.
I love stationery. I was the girl who like before school started, I was so
Yes.
excited just to get my stationery and to
Yes.
get like my binders and like my
Yes.
pens and my pens. So like,
Yeah.
oh, like I'm such a sucker for stationery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cute. And they have like so many. You mentioned Rifle Paper Co.
Yeah.
It's just gorgeous.
Oh my gosh, their stuff is stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. And then even just like I don't know, I'd love like those the highlighters and the pens that don't bleed through. Like
Yes.
Mr. Pen, I forget what they're called, but Mr. Pen does them.
Yes, yes, yes.
Or even like there's something I recently saw that I thought was genius. They're post-it notes, but they're transparent.
Yes, I have some.
Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed.
Yeah, I love them.
It's like they're genius.
Yeah.
Genius.
It's really cool and it just like, I don't know, it's such a nice.
Yeah, and it's so easy to like make notes or something because you're not writing on the actual
Yeah,
book. But
yeah.
you can see what you're, because sometimes like when you have a post-it or something and you're covering part of the page.
Yep.
I don't know, I just loved that idea.
Yeah, no, I like love it.
Yeah.
And also like for people who, if you're someone who when you're reading or you're taking notes for like school books or something and you don't like I don't know if you guys ever experienced this, like a lot of times for school I would end up getting like used books.
Yeah.
And I hate when someone else has like
Has
written in it or like
yeah.
I'm very picky with
Yes.
like even secondhand items. Like
Yeah.
I'll tend to look for something that's very clean, like barely
Yeah.
written in kind of a thing. And so this is really good for that.
Yeah.
Because you can literally just like post it wherever you need and then underline.
Yeah.
Like
what you
whatever.
needed to
Yeah.
underline.
Like
Yeah.
you needed to emphasize in the book. You can
Yeah.
do it that way. And I think it's like really clever.
Yeah. No, I love
Yeah.
that. I love
Yeah.
stationery. It's a
Me
good
too.
gift.
It's occurring to me as I go through this list. I wrote most of these,
You did write most of it.
and,
Sean's like, I just want my house. That's
I
it.
just want a house.
and you were
or
just like,
socks.
"Yeah, no, that sounds good," which makes me realize you're a really good husband.
So no, like what
I
Chanel had
my
said.
eyes got so big for no reason.
No. The joke is he's a good husband because he agrees.
No, I knew that was where you're
Yeah,
going.
we got that it was a joke. No, I'm just kidding.
We'll cut that part out.
What the thing is Chanel brought this up to me, and I had never realized that until now, almost 10 years of our marriage. Is I am how did you describe it?
Which thing did I say?
I'm
Out of all the
undercover
things.
bougie. That's what the thing is.
Yeah, 'cause Shawn is so bougie, but he
it's
acts
if
like
the
he's not
gift is
bougie.
not $3,000, I don't want it.
Yeah, like you think Shawn is like a simple man. Like Shawn
Yeah.
just seems like a simple man.
Yeah.
And then it's like I buy him something and he's like, this is trash. Like what? So like he's like undercover bougie because he,
Yeah.
he like won't admit that he's so bougie. Like
I admit it now.
Yeah.
On this PS podcast, I admit I am bougie, and I
he like
just
wants
realized
like
it.
a weekend getaway for which is not bad. Like
Yeah.
who doesn't want that?
Yeah.
But it's like if it's not that or like
Yeah.
a home or something, and then he's just like
Don't
keep
even
your
bother.
stupid AirPods.
Aw, that makes me sad. I think all of us are bougie.
Yeah.
I don't think, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I think all of us are picky.
No,
all
for
four of
sure.
us are picky in very different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think like even on David's end, like I feel like before he was a lot more of like, yeah, you can give me anything.
Yeah.
And now I think he would have a lot more of like a,
Yeah.
no, I don't like this.
Yeah,
Or like,
yeah.
this was a dumb gift. Or, you know what I mean? Like, so now that I've like gotten him to be a little more bougie, now I'm more terrified
Gift
of
giving.
gift
You
giving.
made
I'm like,
this.
oh no, yeah. I'm like, I can't get it wrong. Like, he's
created a
pickier
monster.
now. Like, I can't just be like, here's detergent. Make him happy.
Careful what you wish for, babe.
It was worth it.
But anyway, so the next thing that I wrote was food or drinks. So Priya mentioned the Harry Potter thing you guys did for us. You baked us.
I loved that.
You baked us the cake
Yeah.
that Hagrid
Yeah.
makes Harry, and you guys provided dinner for us. So food is always a winner for me.
Yeah.
When people gift us like wines. My parents just got back from a trip to Mexico. They gifted me this really nice tequila.
Mm-hmm.
So stuff like that I think is always great because a lot of times like I don't need more stuff, but
yeah. And like an experience.
You give
'cause
me
food
an
is
experience,
yeah.
something I can enjoy,
Yeah.
something I can savor. When it's over, but it was a good experience.
Yeah.
Also something to put it in, a nice coffee mug, a nice wine glass set or something like that.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a decanter? Is that how you say it?
A decanter.
We technically do, technically don't, because your Chemex works as a decanter.
Yeah,
yeah.
I will use my Chemex to air out some wine at times, but I don't have an actual like Scotch or whiskey decanter.
Yeah.
There's one next door. My brother was gifted one, I think, one time. But that's definitely something I would love to have in my future study. To be honest, it'll probably just have like Martinelli's in it at first, but it's all good. But since you brought up the Chemex, another thing I put on the list is things for my things. So, for example, I like to make pour over coffee in my Chemex. And then Amazon has this caddy. It's like this little cubby where you put your Chemex, and then it has like a slot for the filters. Mm-hmm. So if someone knows you're really into something, like I'm into making coffee, gifts that make that easier or increase, improve my experience of doing that are always great.
You know what that made me think of? The Minnie and Mickey like Christmas movie where like Mickey's favorite thing is his gold harmonica.
Oh, yeah.
And like Minnie's is this this heirloom watch.
Yeah.
And so they get each other gifts to go with that.
What's the story that
The
it's
gift
based
of
on?
the Magi.
Yes.
I love that
Yeah.
story. It's when you
And
said
they
that.
like end up trading.
Their special item
Yeah.
to get like
Yeah.
the gold chain for her pocket watch and the case for his harmonica.
Yeah.
Anyway. It's just such a cute story.
Yeah. No,
love
it
that
is a
story.
very, yeah.
It's cute and it's sad.
It is. When I was little, I hated it because I was like,
Yeah.
they don't have what they loved. But
The
now
gift
that
it-
I'm older, I can be like, that was actually sweet.
Yeah.
The
No, it
gift is the love that they have for each other.
Yeah.
Boo.
Our last Christmas item. Love.
Anyway, over to you, Chanel.
Okay, what else is on our list?
Not love, apparently.
Okay, I think I have. Well, I'll just name a couple more that we said, like a massage gun.
Ugh, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like a typewriter keyboard.
Yeah, those are really fun. But just
Yeah.
know, like, always gonna make that noise. So if you're someone who like,
Oh, I didn't know that. They make it makes like that.
yeah. So if you don't want that, there's also keyboards that like I have a new one that has like a soft touch, so it kind of gives you like a little bit of that feeling, but it's not as loud, it's not as intrusive. So I think like it's a very enjoyable experience, and
That
it's like
makes sense.
soft. Like the keyboard
Yeah.
itself is soft, so like.
Could you imagine sharing a cubicle with somebody and the whole time?
You know, I did actually do that. Like, I shared an office space with someone whose keyboard was so loud, and it was one of those keyboard like he tricked it out,
Oh.
and it's like it was like what he wanted. It was like the pressure that he wanted, but he typed so fast and he typed so much. So like,
What do you mean tricked it out?
like you know how you can customize like the keycaps
build
and stuff like that. Yeah, people
keyboards.
build them.
I think I just have to see it. I don't think I know what that means.
It's just like, I mean, it's like a standard keyboard, right?
Yeah.
But it would have like lights running through it, and like all of the keys were like different.
It's like Pimp My Ride for your keyboard.
Yeah, basically.
So funny. I
Yeah.
would just never think to do that.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Except the exhibit
But
doesn't
that's
show
like-
up at your door. That's the only drawback.
That's the best part
Yeah.
of my ride.
But that's like if there's someone out there who you know who's like techie and enjoys that stuff, they might
Yeah.
like keyboard caps, like customized ones or
Oh, that
some
makes
like there's
sense.
like a lot of cute options for your keyboards
Wait,
too.
do you know what I saw that was actually so cute?
Hmm.
Do you remember like in the I think it was the 2000s when like the Mac first came out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it was like the old school Mac that had like
I loved it with the
color-
orange,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
There was a guy I saw on Etsy that if you send him like your phone, he does phone cases, but they're like pretty massive. And or not your phone, maybe it was like your iPad or something. And he'll make a custom case to fit your iPad, and so like it's inside of this
That's
thing that
so
looks like the
cute. That's amazing.
It was really cute.
I love that. That's really cool.
It was very expensive.
Yeah, I can bet.
Because I think he like custom builds each one.
Yeah.
But I know.
crazy.
But when he said that, I was like, well, that like I could see that. Now,
Yeah.
If you're like someone that really like.
Yeah, like enjoys that, like has
Yeah.
a passion for it and like a nostalgia for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, all that to say, like I did have someone who was so loud next to me, and like I would just at some point like turn during the day and be like,
Can you stop?
yeah, I'd be like, can you please like, I don't know what to tell you. But it was like he just made it so like loose that like even the slightest touch was just so loud, and I was like, dude, shut up. Like, and then I think he eventually annoyed himself. He like brought a new keyboard to work. Like he was like, I'm done here. Yeah.
That's
If you're out there, Scott, now you know. Man.
Yeah.
that is so funny. What else? Oh, I think the last two that we have, and then we'll get into like the next topic.
Yeah.
Is the Kindle.
Yes.
I think that's a good gift.
Yeah.
And then there's this thing on Amazon that I saw. It's called Polaroid Original Printer. I think that's like the
This
brand.
was a clever gift that you suggested. Yeah.
And so it kind of looks like a Polaroid machine thing, but basically you could print photos from your phone and it prints onto like the bigger style Polaroid, like they're like more rectangular, not
Yeah.
like the square.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's more square because the rectangular one is the small one.
Yes. I know. Yeah.
But anyway, so it's just cute. It's like a cute gift. And then also if you purchase one yourself, like you can attach this with gifts where like you can take a picture of the person and print it on a Polaroid for them.
I think that's such a cute idea.
Here's your face as I was giving you the gift.
But you know, you can pull photos from like Instagram or Facebook or whatever.
Yeah.
Of their kids or something like that was memorable for them that they posted. And then you just make it into a little Polaroid form to
Yeah.
like attach to your gift.
No, I love that. I
think-
think that's really cute.
Yeah. Which leads me. Oh, sorry, you were going to say something.
No, I was going to ask, did you guys actually have more on
Oh,
your
yeah,
list or was
sorry.
that?
We do, but I figured I
go
can
for
run
it.
down them quick at the
Okay.
end
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you're done.
Oh, go
No,
for
no,
it.
go
No,
for
go
it because
for it.
she's, I think, moving on to kids, right?
Oh, okay.
I was going to move on to custom gifts.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, go for
Okay,
it.
so I'll just run down these quick. If your guy's into sports, his favorite team, very easy. Hat, jacket, shirts. Electronics, my wife gifted me a Nintendo Switch this year for my birthday. Very nice gift. Or, you know, if he needs headphones or, you know, you already said adventure. Anything made out of wood, I think is nice. A nice art piece or like the katana you had given me. And then last but not least, this is something more recent I've learned to appreciate, but a vinyl of one of their favorite albums, maybe.
I like that.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Nice to have the physical. It's like having a little art piece of it in your
Yeah.
home, and then stick it on the record player if you have one.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
record player?
that can be part of the gift. A record player / Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have that. I love that.
Yeah.
That's it. That's our list.
You said anything made out of wood. Did you ever watch Ed, Ed, and Eddie?
The plank.
Yeah. Just gonna get
Yeah.
a plank.
If someone
That can be Sean's gift.
if it's not a plank of gold, he doesn't care. No. Yeah.
Like, it's art. You said you loved anything made out of wood.
I would accept it.
He would. David really would.
Plank is a legend in the canon of our childhood. So.
No, that's
Ooh, a jawbreaker.
Is that the candy?
One of like the
From
big
Ed, Ed, and Eddie, those
from Ed, Ed,
jawbreakers
and
that they'd
Eddie.
always eat.
Oh,
They always look so good.
You know what always looked so good to me? The pizza.
From a Goofy movie.
Oh, that one too. But the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pizza.
Oh.
The cheese. Like, it just, every
Yeah.
time I watched it, I was like, how come my pizza doesn't look like that
Yeah.
pizza?
I get jealous of the Goofy movie pizza every time.
It looks so good.
Just like, ooze, you're like,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of cartoon breakfast food.
yeah.
Priya likes the waffles from All Dogs Go to Heaven, right?
Yeah.
The pancakes from Goofy movie. It's just any
Yeah.
cartoon food.
I've never wanted a waffle so bad. Like, when I watched that movie, I was like, I need that.
Yeah.
I need that waffle so bad.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
And then just to jump into some like personalized gifts, because I love personalized gifts.
Yeah.
I think I wrote, okay, so if you're a mama or a grandma, I think it's so cute. I saw this on Etsy where you can send in like your children's clothing and they will like cut out from the clothes like the word mama or grandma or whatever word you want and like stitch it onto a sweater. So it's so sweet because it's like you're carrying around, because you know sometimes you keep baby clothes but like you don't know what to do with baby
Yeah.
clothes. Like it's, you don't want to get rid of it because it reminds you of your baby.
Yeah.
But it's like you know, you can't just have like a stash of baby clothes always, whatever. So I just thought it was such a cute like practical way to like wear the baby clothes and like have the memory without just having like a bag of baby clothes under your bed. What else? If you have like a friend who maybe is like, I don't know, this might be kind of sad, but like lost a parent or grandparent or something, but they have like a recipe from that person, like a handwritten one, you can get like that recipe engraved in like a cutting board. Like
That's
for,
so sweet.
like decor in your kitchen. Like I don't know if you would actually use it, but I just think that would be cute.
I love that. I actually think that's very sweet.
Yeah, lockets. I think that's so old school, but I think that's so sweet to like have a little locket with pictures in it.
There's a company that will turn your ashes into like a diamond.
I've seen that before.
Yeah, or like a jewel.
Yeah.
Like a nice jewel.
Yeah.
If there's anyone who ever wants like, you know.
Yeah.
You didn't think it was going to get this deep, did you? That's why Shawn and I are here. To bring some
comic relief?
Some comic relief, yeah.
And then the last one, I'll let you say that one, is the birth flowers.
Oh yeah, I had seen it recently and I thought it was just such a cute idea. But it's essentially like a little poster, and it'll have, if you're a mother, it'll have like all your children's birth flowers in like a bouquet. And then, for instance, if it's Shanelle, right, it'll say like Chanel's garden, and then it'll say her baby's names.
I love
And I
that.
just thought it was very cute. Like I
Yeah.
just think that's a really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
way. I'm like a flower sucker.
Yeah.
Anything that has flowers on it, I'm like into.
I loved that.
And so I really like that idea, just having like your birth flowers.
Yeah. And then I remembered the last one that we had under custom was the like framed photos.
Oh yeah. I think a lot of times like people will give you a gift like a photo frame, and that's nice. There's like nothing wrong with that gift, but I honestly think like for a lot of us, like I'm not someone who can like who will really go every day and like go get pictures printed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
or sometimes I just think too much about it. Like
Yeah.
like I make it too much of like it needs to be the right photo.
Yeah.
But I feel like it would be so nice as a gift to be given like a photo, but like also, you know,
Like with the picture.
yeah,
in
it already has it in there.
Yeah.
I just think that's really nice because then
Yeah.
it feels like, I don't know, it feels like the person took time to like choose their favorite picture of you.
Yeah.
And there's something really sweet about that.
Yeah.
Like very endearing to be like, oh, like like you thought of me and this is important to you, and so it feels like, I don't know, just really special. I think that's like a really sweet way to do it. You can do like a memory between the two of you or some, I don't know, anything else.
Yeah. Like for a friend I did like her favorite Bible story. I went and like found art on Etsy that like had to do with that story and printed it and put it in like a nice frame.
Yeah, I love that.
So stuff like that. Like frames are always great.
Yeah. And like frames you can find anywhere. You really don't have to be like super pricey about it. I know that you can, like, if you want to find like a fancy frame that's expensive, you can.
For like Home Goods.
Yeah, like Home Goods. Even like places like Goodwill sometimes will like have knockouts.
Yeah.
For that kind of, because like a frame to me is like not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you were to like, you know,
get one
like shop
hand,
around.
it's easy
Yeah.
to like clean and
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So I'm gonna go around and ask you guys your favorite gift you've ever gotten and the worst gift you've ever gotten.
My favorite gift my favorite gift actually that I had gotten from Chanel was some years back, and I think I still have it. Was Chanel went to REI one year and got me like a hiking backpack. I still have yet to truly put it to its best use. Yet it still was my favorite one when she had surprised me with it. I was like, did you record it?
I didn't, but it was really sweet because Shawn's not someone that gives like a lot of expression, and so I remember when he saw it, he actually was like, oh, like he actually like opened his mouth.
I was excited.
It was really
That's
sweet.
Definitely one of the best gifts.
I didn't know that was your favorite gift.
It's the one that for sure pops up to the top of my mind. But as far as I can, that's been I feel like the best gift so far.
He's like, is it full of money?
I think there's.
It's like made in China. Are we going to China?
Am I backpacking through China?
I think there was that, and there was also a Father's Day gift where Chanel had gotten me like a comic book thing, with pictures of like, was it with me and Noelle and like just different pictures she had taken, right?
I took pictures of Shawn and Noelle, and then I sent it to this like Etsy artist, and they put it on like a canvas, and they cartoonized. I don't know if that's a word.
Add it to the dictionary, Oxford. Cartoonized.
I don't
Beyonce
know.
can get a word added to the dictionary, then Chanel can.
Yeah.
Okay.
They like made Shawn and Noelle a cartoon, and he was a superhero in the cartoon, and so it was like a comic strip style, and so it tells like a little story of like Shawn the hero being dad.
I love that.
It was sweet. And I was surprised Shawn liked it because Shawn does not like sentimental gifts. So when I got it for him, that was the year I think I also got you the stock. Because I was like, he's not really going to care about this gift. So I also got him like a stock. But he actually really liked it. Yeah. But he actually really liked it. And I was shocked that he liked it.
Sounds like I'm just going to return something really quick.
But yeah.
That's cute.
And so what was the worst gift you've ever been given?
Can we come back to me for that one? Unfortunately, I just can't think of it off the top of my head.
I feel really bad, but because Priya's given me so many good gifts over the years, but I'm blanking. I'm trying to think because there's been moments where you've like blown me away. I'm trying to think what those moments were.
Oh, that's okay. I thought you were gonna say something
like you were thinking you gave him the worst.
Yeah,
gift.
I was like panicked a little bit in my head. I was like, wait, what?
I'm trying to think.
The worst gift I've ever been given. It's not David, so don't worry about this. It was a used item.
Okay, tell me the story.
Someone gave us a used blender.
Wait.
Yeah.
Like they wrapped it up and everything?
Wrapped it up.
Was it like a wedding gift?
No. It was a Christmas gift before I got married. Like it was like a family Christmas. You know how like people give families gifts or whatever? A used blender. Like it was stained. It was like hard stains too. It wasn't even like, it was as if someone literally just like used it and then packed it and then like gave it to us.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the worst gift.
Well, okay.
And I know that's a family gift, but I'm going to count it because that is so rude.
No, yeah. Well, you know what? I'm curious then, because I only say this because I saw this recently on Instagram. This lady that I follow, she had like purchased
the used
something.
pans thing, right?
Oh no.
Oh, then what?
She like purchased like because you know how Amazon will do like you can buy something slightly used and it's like cheaper. Mm-hmm. So I think she had purchased like a Lego set or something. Mm-hmm. And when she received it and she opened it, it was just full of trash. So I think like somebody probably went to Amazon to return it, didn't put it back in, put a bunch of trash. The person that took it from Amazon just like, oh, the box is here.
Yeah.
Checked it in, and then she purchased it. So I'm curious if like they bought it and maybe someone had returned it and they didn't check it. Priya's like, no.
Chanel's always trying to give people the benefit of the doubt.
It's so sweet that you're trying to rescue this person.
Yeah.
This was just like they were a family that was like,
Sorry.
like I liked them. It wasn't even like anything like that, but they were just kind of like messy, you know.
I would be so embarrassed.
They're watching this now, like, hey.
No, they gave us used blender. Like it was one of those like immersion blenders. Wow. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like the ones that like So like it. And, like, I know that it wasn't one of those situations because of the fact that, like, this was, like, pre-Amazon being really popular. And, like, especially for, like, I want to say, like, older Indian community people. Like, they're not really going to, like, do online shopping at that time, you know?
Yeah.
So it was very obvious that, like, I think they just panicked and, like, just grabbed whatever they had. Like, I think, honestly, probably what happened was, like, they used it and maybe just didn't like it, didn't clean it that well, threw it back in, and then, like, they were like, need a gift, you know what I mean? Like, and so, like, they just, you know, like, re-gifted without realizing, like,
they didn't clean it.
We used this, and we never cleaned it, and yeah, we got it, and I was like...
Did you guys keep it, or did you guys
No,
just
like, my
trash
parents just threw it away right away, but it was, like everyone was upset, because it was just, like...
Did they call them out?
I don't think so, but it was just one of those... Yeah, you can't. But it's just one of those, like, that's so rude. Just don't give anyone anything. Yeah. Like, I'd 100% rather just not get anything from someone than, like, such a thoughtless, you know?
That's so bad.
Yeah. Just don't give someone something that's, like, laying around in your closet. That's messed up.
Yeah. I remember my worst gift. I was young. I want to say I was, like, maybe 8 or 9. And a cousin of ours that we didn't see super often came and they brought us gifts and they were like, open your gift. And I genuinely hate opening gifts in front of people. Yeah. Because I feel like I wear my expression on my face. Yeah. And I was like, no, it's okay. Like, I'll wait till Christmas. And they're like, no, open it now. And
speaking of, here's your gift. No,
and it was a coat. And it was different patches. So the whole coat was made out. It reminded me of what's the story in the Bible? Joseph and the rainbow coat. And that's what it reminded me of. It was like just like patches, and it was like different patterns. Like it wasn't just colors. It was like patterns, and like some parts were shiny and sequency, and like some parts were like stitched and like plaid, and like it was just like it had like 46 different patterns on it. And I don't think they made it. I'm pretty sure like they
stole it from a homeless man. this poor homeless man sewed this coat and was like, finally, I'm warm. And your cousins were like, bet, I'm gonna give that to my cousin.
Finally, I'm warm. And it was just, and I was trying so hard. Like I was like, thank you. Oh my And they were like, do you love it? And I was like, yeah. Like, so cool. So many colors.
You must love it a lot. Your tears are streaming down your face.
Like, to this day, I still think about that coat. And I just, like, I'm sure they could tell from my face, but I was trying so hard as, like, an 8-year-old to be like, thank you.
Oh, my gosh, you poor thing.
But anyway, that's, like, I think the
8 years old learning to lie like that.
And, like, all their faces.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Anyway.
Oh, my gosh. Do you have a worst gift experience?
I'm trying to think.
Have a word? Did you say a worst gift?
I didn't say one. I needed some time to think. But if I really think about it, I'm sorry, I'm just baffled. My dad, for some God-forsaken reason, I think it may have actually been a Christmas gift. But he got There are many bad gifts for my dad. Okay, this is not a therapy session. But
ooh, I'm ready.
My dad gave me 1 year gift wrapped up. I open it. I think it's a Chex box. I'm like, okay, this is really weird. Who would buy someone cereal? I open it, and it has like the wrapping paper stuff, and it might have had a book that I don't actually think was like, like meant for me. I don't even know what the heck the book was, but I feel like I also remember like peanut butter and tuna in there.
Oh my gosh.
Why? Please tell me why.
How old were you?
Sub 12, maybe sub 10, somewhere right there. But that's That's uncalled for.
It's like the book for you.
So you can survive out there.
This is why Shawn wants deadly adventure.
Oh man, no. You see, the book was for you. The peanut butter was for your dog, and the tuna was for your cat. Your dad did not realize you had neither a dog nor a cat.
I see. Yeah. So that was a horrible.
But to be fair, I feel like your dad gifts like that often. And I don't think he's trying to be like, oh, I'm trying to get you a bad gift. I feel like he kind of walks around a store and like doesn't know what to get people, and so he kind of just like throws like maybe like I don't know random things together. But like I think he really tried.
Your dad is Nick Miller.
And I became Nick Miller.
He was like, "Gave me cookie, got you cookie." Gave me peanut butter and tuna. Got you peanut butter and tuna.
Yeah.
Like maybe he thought that was your favorite lunch or something.
Why? Why would
Peanut butter and tuna? Are you
Stop
listening
trying to give
yourself?
people the benefit of the doubt, Shanelle. Good Lord.
Shanelle
Okay,
tries
I'm gonna
so
give
hard.
you peanut butter and tuna and see how you feel about it. For
What
all of your
excuses you'll
Christmas,
come up with?
your birthday.
I joke about this, but like someone could come up to Shanelle in the middle of the night, like mug her, beat her to a bloody pulp, rob her of everything, and then she'll get up and go, I mean, they must have had a good reason.
It's true. I worry about Shanelle
Our
so
official
much.
Jess.
You're
Yeah.
right. Oh my
You're
god.
Jess.
Oh my gosh.
Am I the CC to your Jess?
You are Indian.
You are the hot model.
I don't know about
The
that.
teacher with like farm animals on her chicks.
Always trying to see the good in people.
Oh, I'm dying.
I worry about you so much.
Jess,
So
Nick
much.
Miller, Cece.
In my heart, I'm
Oh.
always like,
Yeah.
you
Did you see
are
that one
like
coming?
Schmidt.
You are like
Yeah.
You, it's like the perfect casting.
You are like
Oh, I
Schmidt.
love that for you. I
Yeah.
love
One.
Schmidt. That's
One
perfect.
point.
Yeah. Chichelia.
Jenny.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to think of my worst gift. I've had a very good life.
And I'm trying to think of the best gift.
I know. I'm trying to think of, because I've had so many that I think are just
Yeah.
like great.
I don't know if I've ever actually gotten this as a gift or if I'm just remembering something from school or something, but I feel like at times in my life I would get like, and Priya's probably going to be like, what? You didn't like that? I think I would get like, like pencils or something.
Oh, no, I get that. As a gift.
Like,
it's
yeah, like little
Yeah.
pencils or like, little like school supply type things. And it's like,
You know what my dad would always give me was like learning CDs. He'd always give me like,
For gifts? Like
yeah,
for your birthday?
he'd give me like a game about dinosaurs. And I'd be like, what? I know, that's like your vibe for sure. But like at that age, I was like, what? Like, it was just like, why? Like because
Yeah.
like I had gifts that like I wanted.
Yeah.
And then it's like, here,
Yeah.
it's a thing about dinosaurs. And I'd be like, oh,
Cool.
okay.
Aw.
your dad
Yeah.
was basically Ross in those moments.
Yeah.
It's like, it's the best gift ever.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I think he was just trying to be like a responsible parent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to give her something she can learn with.
Educational.
But like when you're a kid, you're like, no.
Yeah.
Like, I just wanted a fun gift.
Yeah.
I think I'll just brainstorm some of the best gifts, if that's all right.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
it's hard to say
Yeah.
like a best one. I feel like
Yeah, so I mean, growing up, shout out to my parents. I think they really did their best to give me and my brother really good experiences.
yeah.
So like my parents have taken us on really nice vacations and trips.
Yeah.
When I was little, my parents got me the PlayStation 2. That was like the greatest day of my life at that point. My parents got
Surpasses his wedding.
Priya, like I said, the Nintendo Switch was actually a really awesome gift because I'd been talking for a long time about it. And, just to have her take that and run with it and be like, all right, I got it. It was cool. You gave me a really beautiful Michael Kors watch one year. It's a really nice gold watch. You too. You've also like done really just nice experiences for me. I'm a big fan of Phantom of the Opera, Andrew Lloyd Webber. I remember one year, I think it was Christmas. You got me tickets to see it, but you made like this whole like custom handmade invitation using like lines from the musical to tell me that we were going to go see it. That was-
Sometimes I've done things I don't remember this at all.
that was a really sweet experience. And yeah, there's been other things. You've arranged like really sweet dates. It's probably take too much time to sit here and think of everything, but you've definitely done things where you've made it clear that you think about me and you care about me, and I think those are the best gifts, when it's not necessarily the thing itself, but you realize that the person who gave it to you or planned it for you really knows you and really just wants to see you like happy.
That's very sweet. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So you didn't have a worst gift?
I'm just
You said the pencils.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Sorry, that was about.
Yeah,
I didn't
that was kind of more of that. I mean, like Priya said, with certain things, I'm not super picky. Mm-hmm. So generally, if people give me something, like I generally tend to find some kind of enjoyment in it or something in it. I don't have specific memories of ever getting something and being like, oh, like I hate this.
You're a much better man than me.
I just wouldn't take you to try a new restaurant.
I am pretty
hey, so that bill was $300. How was it? It was fine.
I've realized for me, it takes me a while to like actually develop on things. Like something could be really, really good, but I'm not going to tell you about it until like 3 to 6 months later when I actually realize it.
Yeah.
That reminds me.
That must drive you nuts.
You guys took me to Fogo de Chao for my birthday, and that was really, really sweet.
Yeah.
That was a really nice gift.
That was a really sweet gift.
That was fun.
I think for me, I had a really sweet experience with David. It wasn't necessarily like experience, so I guess it kind of counts under like the gift category. But it's just like one of the sweetest memories, and I'll always remember it. Like we were teens, we had like just started going out, and he made like a secret reservation for us at like Blue Bayou. Because at that time it was like, oh, like what a cute little place. Like we'd never been there before, and you always see it when you go through like the Pirates ride. And we were always like, oh, it'd be so cool to like go there. And like it was just like the sweetest thing because he made this reservation for us. We're like on the drive there. And then like we get there and he's like, I don't have like a ton from my paycheck. Like I was hoping we could split. But it was just like the sentiment of it all, and like there was just so much kindness in there, and there was just like such a sweethearted like effort on his part. And so like I always remember it. It's like one of my favorite memories.
You're tearing up.
Yeah. It's like one of my favorite memories every single time I think about it, cuz it was just so sweet. Like it was so like, I don't know. It was so like tender-hearted on his part. So I always think about that. Yeah.
That's so sweet. I love that you're crying about it.
Shut up. I'm not.
That's so sweet.
Yeah. What about Layla?
Layla was a good gift. Layla was like a horrifying gift.
No, Priya's always, I said this earlier, Priya's always been really good at gifts, and so she's always really good at surprising me. And I am horrible at surprising her. Like, I've never been able to catch her off guard. Until one day, I don't know why we had talked about a puppy for some reason. We already had we had a husky and a German shepherd. Like, we did not need another dog. I remember, we were going through a little bit of tough times, not between us, but just, times were a little tough. And I remember you were going through some sadness and stuff. And I thought, man, I would love to give her something that would just bring a little bit of happiness and joy into her life. And then my boss at the time, her dogs, her sister was babysitting her dogs, did not keep a close eye on them. They hooked up and ended up with a litter of puppies. So I said, oh, I know how I'm going to surprise this girl. So I told her we were going to go to dinner at the Odyssey.
Which I thought was so random to begin with. I was like, the Odyssey? Like, we don't go to dinners like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, but I was like, okay.
And on the way there, so right before you get to the turn where the Odyssey is, there's a gas station. And I go, shoot, like, I don't want to fill up after dinner. I just want to go straight home. Let me fill up now. Well, this was the meeting point.
Which I also thought was very weird.
Yeah, because my boss at the time lived in Fresno. She was driving down to Long Beach to see her sister, and so I was going to meet her along the way. So I don't even pull up to the pump. I pull up to, like, the little mini mart, and I get out of the car, and, my boss and her husband get out of the car. And so
Priya's like,
yeah.
Priya's like, oh God, my husband's a drug dealer. But then he's holding one of the puppies in his hand. And the backstory is that she had sent us videos of the puppies when they were born because she knew we had dogs and stuff. And Priya saw a video with Layla in it, and she didn't tell me at the time, but in her head she thought, I don't know why, but I feel like that's our dog.
Yeah.
And so I tried to get an idea of which one Priya thought was the cutest, and then I told my boss, I'm going to take that one. And so once we got to the gas station, got out of the car, they got out of the car, they handed the puppy to me. And so I turn around, and now Priya sees me holding an 8-week-old husky mix.
Yeah.
And and I've never seen Priya backtrack so hard on something in her life. She was like, I'm just kidding. We don't need a puppy. I don't want it. It's fine. I wasn't serious. And I was like, Priya, it's too late. It's too late. It's happened. Needless to say, we did not go to the Odyssey, but Layla fell asleep on Priya's lap on the drive home, and the rest is history.
Yeah, and now she's more in love with David than she is with me.
Yeah, I think she imprinted on me when I held her.
That's like with all of our dogs. They love David more.
Yeah, you saw her earlier jumping up on Shawn and
yeah.
Shanelle. That's Layla. She's 5 years old now. Sweetest girl.
Yeah.
That was the one time in life that I really caught Priya off guard, and I'm still proud of it.
That's
You
so
should be.
cute.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I was not expecting that even a little bit.
You were like shaking on the way out.
Yeah, I was really scared. I was like, our German Shepherd's going to eat her. Like, I'm so terrified.
Yeah.
But he ended up being scared of her, so it worked out.
She's the boss.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
I feel like it's hard. I feel like I've gotten a lot of good gifts. I feel like, like my parents did a good job when we were little, like giving us experiences. Like my dad was big on like trips and stuff. So I have like a lot of good memories, like birthday trips and things like that. And then like actual gifts, I feel like, there's a couple that stand out. One is, I think it was Shawn and I were dating, and I really wanted... How ironic. I really wanted these brown Uggs. And, we were kids, and Shawn didn't have, a ton of money.
Yeah.
But I remember, I don't know how you even got into my house and left the gift there. But it was...
Breaking and entering. Breaking and entering is what you do.
But, when I woke up on Christmas, there was a box under the tree from Shawn, and it was Uggs.
Aww.
And I just remember...
We weren't married at that point?
No.
Okay.
We were dating. And I just remember thinking that was really sweet.
That is so sweet.
That's how we would have gotten in if you guys were already married.
No, yeah. We were dating. And so I don't know if you, came early in the morning and, knocked. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you, arranged it with my mom or sister.
Think so.
You don't believe in Santa?
No. I think it was... Weren't you...
What?
I feel like it was hidden in Harry Potter closet.
Oh, so you had given it to my mom ahead of time?
Probably wrapped it, had it hidden in there.
We had a closet that we called the Harry Potter closet.
So under the stairs?
Yeah. No, actually, I don't think it was even under stairs. I think it was...
No, it was just... I probably hid it in there because, you don't go in there every day,
exactly.
and then you probably were able to bring it out.
Anyway, that was just really sweet and thoughtful because I didn't expect a gift from Shawn. We were dating, and I knew he didn't have a ton of money.
Yeah.
And then...
I think that's sweet.
Yeah.
I think this is a totally different side note, but I feel like hustle culture has made it really hard to just appreciate and enjoy being able to do what you can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that a lot of times people will be like, I need my man to make this much and do that,
Right.
versus being like, no, I'm willing to grow with this person and experience all the highs and the lows. And to me, like I said, one of my most valuable memories is not of David being a super rich guy, but just being genuine and kind-hearted.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think that's really sweet.
Now she gets her own plate at Blue Bayou. But we share the drink.
Yeah, with their $15 drinks.
And then something that I got recently that I will say I use or I wear every day is my necklace.
I love that necklace.
Catherine got it for me, and it has Noelle and Rory's names engraved in it.
That's really
And
sweet.
I thought that was really sweet. But yeah.
I love that.
Was there a bad gift you said? I forgot.
Yeah, it was my
Her coat.
Oh,
my
no, yeah.
coat.
The Joseph coat. I
Yeah.
forgot about that. You're
The
right.
Code of Many Horrors.
Yeah.
It's just so bad. But did you? I know we didn't start this way today, so we're gonna end this way today.
I do have news of the week.
Tell me. Tell me.
It's It is controversial, and I also just feel like it's not. And I feel like it's not because we're all ethnic people.
Okay.
But I recently heard of this term, and it's gaining more and more traction, and it really freaks me out a little bit. And it's called RCTA. It's called race change to another.
Wait, what?
Race change to another, where people decide that they no longer, that they no longer want to be the race that they are, and so they're just changing it. And yes,
I'm so confused.
It's one of those movements that I think is really alarming because I think it's centered in fetishizing certain cultures for like the pieces that you like, you know what I mean, and want to kind of explore more of, and just like telling yourself like I am that now versus like just being able to appreciate and learn and genuinely just like I don't know, be like a surveyor. You know what I mean? Like I can't imagine someone coming up to me and just being like, I'm Indian now, but not knowing anything except for like Bollywood.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I think people are really shallow with like their definition of all of that.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to talk to you about it because it's just I think it's scary a little bit, to be honest.
I think that's so weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not going to lie, the most that I've heard about it from is like Asian. Like people trying to change to be like Asian. And I don't know if it's like because people are so into like K-pop now and like, you know what I mean? Like I think that that's like gaining more and more and more popularity, like Korean dramas and like all that stuff. But I don't know, like how would you feel? Like how would you know? I think I would honestly be like upset if someone came up to me and just said that they were going to be my race now.
Okay, I feel like I have so much to say, but I feel like I'm trying to be like
Please
mindful.
don't be.
You're trying to give the benefit of the doubt.
No, we don't want it. We want the truth, the whole truth, so help me God. We can handle the truth.
No, I don't want to like offend people.
Please offend.
I'm like, afraid.
We're complete opposites, as you can see. When it's Priya and Shanelle, they're like, we're gonna keep this PG.
You know, you as a person have permission to be offended too.
So. No, I do. I know. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
I think here's the thing. Okay, I think I'm not surprised. Yeah, it's like you. I think the part that like, I guess is weird is like like you don't know the struggles of that culture.
Yeah.
Or like I mean, and I kind of get it because like I understand in the case of if somebody's kind of grown up around a different culture.
Yeah.
Then like you kind of feel like you grew up in that culture, like you're part of it. You get the inside jokes.
Yes.
You get like the humor or whatever, and you understand like what things mean, and like you know you get like the secret language. Yeah. But yeah, if it's like I'm just tomorrow I decide like I'm no longer Middle Eastern. Yeah. Well, like just because I say that doesn't mean I'm not actually Middle Eastern. Like, right. And
you'll never know the struggles of that culture, really.
Yeah. Yeah. Or like what they endure, or like like the kind of like that secret language of like I don't know, like there's so much there.
It is. It's like really convoluted. So like kind of to your point, right? Yeah. I have a friend that I've had since childhood. She's white. She is like my best friend. Yeah. Love her. Would, whatever. But she's grown up around me, and she's grown up around some of my cousins and like all these other people. And so there's like one person in particular who kind of like considers her like an honorary member of the family, right? Like we have like that kind of relationship with her where like he'll make jokes to her and stuff. And like he gave her like an Indian name. I can't remember like what it was, but it's like just all these different things, right? And so it's like we love her. We genuinely think she's like
family
great and like family, and she thinks of us that way too, but she would never you know what I mean? She would she would never like in a million years be like like I'm Indian now, I guess, like she can draw a clear distinction. So it just kind of like it worries me a little bit because I think like there's a lot of entitlement centered around that, and I think there's a lot of like just selfishness there. And so that's something that like worries me about like our future generations, right? Is like this really self-centered behavior of like I'm just gonna pick and choose what pieces I really like, and I'm gonna go ahead and run with that and take that. Whereas me, someone who's lived this existence and who's experienced like racism or who's experienced like just all kinds of negatives as well as like beautiful pieces of it, it's like it is rude because you're just like, okay, so you really think that you can just like pick this up and just take it and run with it? Like, so then tomorrow if you feel like dropping it off, like that's rude. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's like a lot. I had to talk to you about it.
No, yeah, it's I'm like processing that.
Yeah. Maybe it's something that you'll sit with for a while.
I probably will. And then next week, that's all my thoughts. Yeah, it's intense. Again, like I don't think I'm surprised by it.
Yeah.
But I do think, like you touched on it, it's like this big entitlement. I feel like our entire culture is like centered around ourselves. Like everything is about us.
Yeah.
And we pick and choose everything. Like we pick and choose, like even in just every aspect. I feel like we are a culture that really glorifies individualism.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think some of that is great, but I think we are such extremists. In that I think we've taken it too far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you guys? Do you have any thoughts as our new guests on this?
Yeah. I also am not necessarily surprised. And I think so. As a Mexican black skin, I feel like for sure to me it's something that has been going on, and I guess they're just putting terms to it because I feel like I've heard plenty of times like white guys hanging out with black dudes and saying I'm black, or like I've been hanging around you so long I have my black card.
Yeah.
Which of course, just like you guys had said, it's like no, like we've lived kind of total different realities, you know, like even if we're hanging around, even if you've been part of my family, like you're not me, you know.
Yeah.
Like it's so I totally get where you guys are coming from on that.
Yeah, no, I see your point, Shawn, where it's like you're right, like that's probably going on. That's been going on, but like putting a term for it. That makes sense because I have heard that before.
Yeah. Do you remember that one? I can't remember her name. That white woman that got like she was oh man, she like got into a huge thing because she was pretending to be black.
No.
She was like part of like a big committee and everything too. I want to say her name was like Zoe or something.
No, but she was like white or something and
yeah,
pretending to be black?
Yeah, this was like years ago. Like it was in the news and everything because she was like heading like a lot of really big organizations.
Wow.
And then it was revealed that she was white.
Wow.
And at that time, like, people were really upset.
Well, yeah.
I mean, obviously. But it's like, it's interesting how, like, narratives can change. Because she was like, just in my heart, I feel like I'm a black person. And, like, this is the story that I align with. This is all, like, she just made such a case for herself or whatever. And people were like, that's not how this works. And now you're seeing, like, people who are doing that more and more to the point where like we have terms for it, we have like I just find that so interesting. Like it's one of those shifts that I'm like I don't see anything good coming out of this shift, and that scares me that like we're so like I don't know, like as a people I think that sometimes we're just so eager to want to like make everything good, and it's just not, you know. So I don't know.
I think it's sad that it's essentially making race and ethnic origins a commodity.
Yeah.
Now, all of a sudden, in my opinion, it's a form of trafficking. Because you're essentially taking entire groups of people and, how do I say this? You're now, like you said, you're fetishizing and taking bits and pieces of this people's history or culture, and you are using it, for lack of a better term, for your own pleasure. And I think there's something kind of disgusting about that. Not kind of. There's something seriously disgusting about that.
Yeah.
It essentially, you could have someone, right, who their whole life has maybe been bigoted or racist towards a particular people group, right? Now all of a sudden you can decide one day, well, I'm going to identify with this people group now.
Yeah.
Right.
It's concerning to me that there are some who would want that to be normalized and approved of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if if you're someone who has not historically shown kindness or just general human love towards a particular people group, how are you now going to slap them in the face by identifying with them, saying like, oh, yeah, no, yeah, we've been through the same thing. The history, our history of suffering is the same. You know, all this stuff.
Yeah.
So I think if that's what you want to do, I think you're a little disturbed in the head, to be honest.
I did want to just talk about it a little bit. I thought that was something like I've been unpacking that for the last week. I mentioned it briefly to David. We had like a very tiny conversation about it, but it's something that's literally just been revolving in my mind because I don't know, like as someone who, you know, comes from a minority background, like all of us do.
Yeah.
And it's alarming and it's I don't know, like I feel like a weird like defensiveness come out of me, right? Like I feel angry in some ways where I'm like, you can't just like adopt this all of a sudden. Like that's not how this works, you know?
Yeah.
Like appreciate it, love it all you want, like get as involved as you want to.
Right.
I don't have any problems with that. Learn the language, learn the history, like do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But you can't just like suddenly claim, you know?
There's like movements to rename certain Mexican foods because they're insensitive.
Really?
So like you guys have heard of gorditas?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So if you literally translate gordita, it's like chubby girl.
Oh.
So people are like, well, we shouldn't call them that anymore because it's insensitive and it's all this. And you see all like these Mexican people reacting and being like, look, leave our food alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't want no part of this.
Just like, you think gorditas are bad. Like, don't tell them about tortas.
That's funny.
That's funny. I'm just waiting for the time where we can just change our social class. Like I identify as rich.
I would like that. I wouldn't have any problem with that. I don't have qualms in that area.
Yeah, I should get approved for that house because I actually identify as rich. I don't care what my bank account says.
Yeah.
IRS,
I like that.
identify as debt-free.
I love this.
I think that's where we should be moving.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's all do that.
Yeah.
I'm down. We're rich now, guys. Just so you know.
I love Priya's Wild News.
It's our newest segment.
I love it.
We'll create a theme song for it and everything.
That's genius. Can we?
Just like, no, I'm down. I'm down to give you news every week.
Yeah.
I always have so much news.
I want the theme song.
Oh, sure.
The theme song. We're
The
going to think about
spinning
this.
graphic comes onto the screen.
Yeah.
This just in. Can you do it like that?
Yeah, I'm down. That's so cute.
I love that. Thank you guys for listening, and thank you guys so much for coming on the podcast.
Yeah, thank
we
you.
hope to
It
have
was our pleasure.
Shawn and David on more often.
Yeah, I hope so. This is actually really fun.
yeah.
It's nice to like hang out with you guys.
Yeah, it was sweet to have you guys here.
Welcome.
All right. Love you guys.
Love y'all.
Bye.
Bye.